Oh, I got to keep it real, y'all. I just listened to Fat Joe's response, and I got to keep a spade a spade. It just seems I don't believe you, Fat Joe. It just really seems like he talked around the subject. You know what I mean? He never addressed anything. He talked about how loyal of a dude he is, how many people he takes care of, how he tried to reach out. I don't believe that. Now, you may be talking about these days, but we're talking about when she really, really needed you, Fat Joe. When she was staying, when she had nothing, she was in a homeless shelter with her children. You mean to tell me you couldn't reach her? So how was you going to reach her, Fat Joe? If she's standing in a homeless shelter, now this was years and years ago, so cell phones, do the math. All you got to do is just break it down and do the math. Cell phones were as common as they are now, so to speak. So if she was broken standing in a homeless shelter, she probably didn't have a cell phone. So you're saying that you was reaching out to her, but how was you reaching out to her, Fat Joe? It wasn't nothing for you to go on down to the shelter where her and her kids were staying and say, listen, I know things may not have been this way, or we got off to a bad start, or come on, let me make this right for you. Come on, man, get you and your kids, come on. Come stay with us. You see what I'm saying? You keep praising, I big every chance I got, I bigged up Pun, and we never denied that, Fat Joe, Fat Jizzy. We just saying when the man was gone, you didn't take care of his family. I don't care what you online talking about. You tried to do this and you tried to do. Just imagine, y'all. Let me paint a picture. If you homeless and you got 2, 3, 4 kids and y'all are in a homeless shelter, and you got a multi-millionaire and he's coming to you and he's like, nah, I want to help you, let me help you all. And you're just like, no, we don't want nothing from you. How does that really, really sound? Don't even sound logical. The point of what it sounds like to me, in my humble opinion, she said some things. She was in her feelings. You didn't like what she said. You know what I mean? Y'all may have talked, had a couple disagreements. So you just let her be. And you just let her sit there and be what it was. While you balled out, she's in a homeless shelter with her kids, man. Just imagine that, y'all. A homeless shelter with your kids, man. To where you're around people you don't even know. And you in a big city, New York? New York City? He from New York City, boss. Just imagine how unsafe and how uncomfortable that has to be with your young children. And you got this guy that's saying that Big Pun, you got this guy, you're saying that he was your brother, Fat Joe. You wrong, man. You don't leave no family. I don't care what I was going through. First of all, I'm not even going to be going through it with the widow. She's grieving. But let's just hypothetically say that I was. It doesn't matter. I'm not leaving her in no homeless shelter. I know money don't grow on trees. I know you got to get out there and grind and get it. You say you take care of over 30 people. But you didn't take care of Big Pun's people? His wife and kids, bro? So you mean to tell me that Big Pun was part of Terror Squad and you didn't get a dime since the day that he passed? You ain't got a dime off of Big Pun. That's what you saying, Fat Joe, right? Is that what you saying? You ain't never got a dime off of Big Pun. That wasn't right, man. That wasn't even cool. And like I said, y'all go watch the video, man. Fat Joe's really, really just talking around it. He never really directly answers the question. I wish I could have interviewed him. Because I would ask him, Fat Joe, did you or did you not give her any money? If you gave her some money, where's the receipts? If you gave her $1 million, there should be a wire transfer receipt. There should be some sort of transaction. I would badger the witness. You know I ain't in court. I would badger the witness. I would badger Fat Joe. But I'm saying, though, in all seriousness, man, you saying you gave her $1 million? Where's it at? Greed, man. Greed. You were supposed to take care of that woman. You were supposed to make sure she was good. You talking about, well, I told her, nobody's going to respect the fact that you Big Pun's wife, so you need to go and get you a job. What? Go get a job? Well, making what, $17, $18 an hour with them kids? Okay, I can see you saying, well, listen, I'm going to put you, why don't you give her a job, Fat Joe? Huh? Why don't you give her a job? The advice you gave her was to go get a job. This was your man's. You knew that he was taking care of her and taking care of everything in the household. So once he was gone, she didn't know what to do. She turned to you because you was like a brother, like you said. Terror squad. And you just left her out there to dry. Now here it goes. Whack 100 comes along. And within a short amount of time, he gets a woman to deal to where she could tell her story. Why couldn't you do that, Fat Joe? Huh? All these years, 20 plus years, you never went to that woman and made anything like this happen. But all of a sudden, voila, magic. Whack 100, he gets it done. And I'm not like his little clubhouse carekeepers or handlers. You right, Whack? Tell him, Whack. You know what, Whack? You right. That's right, Whack. Nah. But I'm just calling a spade a spade. I don't know the man. I ain't never met the man. You know what I mean? I don't agree with him half the time, but I got to keep it real. And he kept it real right there, man. You wasn't doing nothing for that man. I'm not saying you never ever. You probably gave him $3,500. Yeah, man, I gave him some money, man, and I got him something to eat. Now, yeah, you probably gave him $3,500, $4,500. You know what I mean? But that ain't no money for a woman with several kids that's struggling, living in the shelter. I don't care how long ago it was. You should have made that right, Fat Joe. And it's all going to come out in the end, brother. You know what I mean? It's all going to come out in the end. Because you best believe if Whack is on it, he's on it. He got the best lawyers on it. They got the people that really, really know what they talking about. Man, you going to be exposed, man. You know, I fool with Terror Squad. I like Fat Joe. I watch your podcast. I said in my other video, my prior video, I watch your podcast. I think you about that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, that wasn't right, man. That wasn't right what you did, Fat Joe. You know, and then you go and have a Sean Campbell canceled. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you on, brother? But we'll save that for another video, man. You know what I mean? We're going to call a spade a spade. Because that's all we know how to do, brother. You wrong, Fat Joe.